Hey everyone, Pastor Mike here, New Life Church. You know, one of my favorite parts of the day is early morning and getting up, and there's not a lot of activity in the house, and grabbing a cup of coffee and sitting at the kitchen table and kind of gazing out into our backyard and seeing the trees, and if I have the opportunity to kind of listen out for some of the birds or the crickets that are still chirping, and paying attention to those sounds as the day begins to kind of wake up and I start to kind of wake up. And these are times where whether I'm saying words or not are kind of times of devotion and deep prayer for me. Prayer comes to us in many different forms. Many times as we're younger, we're taught to kneel by the bedside and say a prayer before we go to sleep. Now I lay me down to sleep. And then there are also times when we're taught during mealtime to give thanks to God for the blessing of the food that's before us and the people that we get to share it with. There's so many different forms of prayer and ways we can pray. All of it is a conversation with our awesome and marvelous God. So whether it's early in the morning before the activity of the day begins, or it's in the midst of the hustle and the bustle of the day when you're in the midst of traffic, or whether it's at the end of the day just resting and reflecting on the day, prayer can be one of those conversations with God that develops within us an awe and an intimacy. That's what we want to talk about over the next several weeks in worship. I hope that you'll join us, and we don't want to just talk about prayer. We actually want to practice prayer so that by the end of our time together, it's not something that we've accomplished, but something we've grown deeper in our relationship with God as we experience the awe and the intimacy of God. I hope to see you on Sunday at 9 a.m. or 10:45 a.m. God bless and have a great rest of the week.